Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Man, I told myself I would never have that kind of an intro. I don't know what to say. It's hard to figure out what to say in the moment. But anyway, welcome back. I'm excited to be here 2 days in a row. This is consistency at its finest. So I'm pretty proud. I am pretty proud. Anyway, so yesterday I filmed a video about some new foundations that I've recently gotten. And one foundation in particular that I've tried, but I haven't really given it the best benefit of the doubt, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to use it today. We're actually going to do a half and half. So I'm going to do half Wet n Wild on this side. I'm going to be using the new Dewy Luminous. And then on this side, I'm going to be doing the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Cover Foundation. So they look pretty similar, and this one looks a little bit warmer, actually, the Wet n Wild. But we're gonna see. So if you guys have a foundation that you guys are trying out at home, even if maybe it's not this particular formula, go grab it, pause this video, maybe with my techniques or, you know, my tools or whatever, maybe you guys like your foundation a little bit more, or maybe we could just get ready together, a little semi people interaction type of thing. Anyway, my mirror's here, you guys are here, so if I'm turning angles, that's what's going on, so hopefully it makes sense. Maybe grab a cocktail. If I didn't have to clean after this, I would totally grab one. Maybe I should make a Bloody Mary. No, focus. Okay, no cocktail for me, but if you want a cocktail, that's fine. Maybe every time I say the word blend, you can take a drink if you're 21 and over. So let's get started because I want this video to be semi-quick. My hair's kind of styled. It's from yesterday, so I'm just going to clip that out of the way. And I was actually laughing pretty hard because my mom, what was that noise? My mom was commenting on my video from yesterday, and she was like, good thing you have your dad's side of the hair genes. And I was laughing really hard because I just read that right before I filmed this video, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty happy about that as well. Anyway, so to get started, what I'm going to use is just a Real Technique stamped sponge. I feel like I should have grabbed a couple more products to be ready, so I'm going to be reaching. Hopefully it makes sense and not awkward. But what primer do I want to use today? Okay. So I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Gel Primer. I love this primer. What I do when I apply just a little bit in my fingers like so. And then I really work it into the skin. Definitely having clean hands, not only because of what's going on, but having clean hands is really necessary so that you're not irritating your skin. And you're putting obviously sanitized hands all over your face. So that's the primer that I have been using pretty regularly, and I really love it. Like I said, Dewy Foundation by Wet n Wild on my left side. So we're gonna start off with that. This is literally the very first time I have ever used this foundation. What I liked about the other, yes, okay, cool. What I liked about the other is that it has this little spatula. Ooh, that color's good. I do have a little bit of self-tanner on, so I'm a little bit more tan than my normal, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's start buffing, shall we? So I always use a very gentle, I mean for the most part, oh that's a good color, tapping motion. And we're just going to tap that all over our face. If you are not used to using a sponge, I highly recommend trying them out. This is the Real Technique sponge. This is the only thing I don't like about having my eyes done first is you have to be very careful around your brow. Okay, so already I can tell you this is definitely very dewy. It is more medium coverage. It's not a very full cover, which is typically what I go for. But what I like about Wet n Wild foundation, it's very pretty. It is very, so you could obviously see the difference. It's nice and dewy. It looks very natural, very healthy, like your second skin type of thing. I like a little bit more coverage here. So I'm just gonna go back with the second layer like so. And then same thing, I'm just gonna really focus on this area to give me a little bit more full cover. I can only imagine the faces I'm making right now. So I don't go insanely tight underneath my eye because I'm gonna be using concealer under there. So just go, you know, as tight as you can, but don't worry about going really tight to your underline because you're gonna be using concealer, obviously. That's really pretty. So you can see the difference here and here. I almost want to put this foundation on the opposite side because I really, really like it. Okay, I'm impressed. I am impressed. Really easy to blend out, really, really buildable. I mean, still here I have a little bit of come through with my like normal skin, but it's not terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Smashbox, I don't know how I'm holding that, on the right side. I'm just squeezing out a tiny little bit on like the back of my Hourglass Veil, what is that called? Powder that I was using. So the colors, this is definitely a bit more yellow. I'm gonna make the match, I promise. Already I can tell this is more coverage. It's a little bit harder to blend out, like I'm having to kind of move it a little bit with my sponge, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep blending. Hey, that was our drink word, right? Okay, so yeah, okay, so already the color's a little bit different than my left side here. Oh wow. The coverage is very, very different. Okay, I'm sure I look like a crazy person because I don't have a lot of foundation right here. Okay, so blend, blend, blend. This is the part where I definitely feel like I need to speed through on my video. Okay, hopefully I'm not moving the table too much. So, wow, I'm like super impressed with the coverage on this. In comparison to this poor Wet n Wild side, I mean, it is a huge, huge difference. But at the same time, like I said, sometimes I don't want a super, super full cover. Like I can definitely add that with like my powders and all of that fun stuff. But it definitely is a difference in coverage. I'm going to keep it as is. I'm okay that it's different because I'm not going anywhere. But you guys can definitely see for yourself the difference in coverage. Like here, you can really see none of my pink. And here you can see a little bit of it. Just for fun, let's see if we can get a little bit more coverage, even more than the 2 layers. I mean, I don't want you guys to think 3 layers and think that that's so crazy, because this formula is super, super thin. So it's not like a crazy difference. Okay, so there's that. So for concealer, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to probably be out of frame, so I apologize. So give me 1 second. For concealer, I'm going to use this. What is this? This is Drugstore, I believe. Who is this? This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in 120 Light. I love this concealer. So I'm just going to apply a little bit to my under eye. And we're going to tap that out. This is where I feel like my techniques and my steps are normal in the sense of I feel like most people do this, but I use different tools and different, maybe a couple extra steps. So I love this concealer. Oh my gosh, this concealer is so good. This is an oldie but a goodie, and it's really inexpensive. Well, that's kind of a lie. I mean, there's some concealers that are like $5 and $6, I think, by NYX. This one I think is around $10, but honestly, it's so worth it. No, Max. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is set my under eye. Really? Okay, so I'm going to set my under eye, and I'm going to use, is this the brush I'm going to use, or do I want to use, where's that brush? Where's that brush? Here we go. Okay, so this is just like a tapered, pointy, well, that's tapered. And I'm going to use my Hourglass powder, and I'm just going to dust a little bit of that under eye. When I set my under eye, I 100% look up, look over, and just kind of turn my eye a little bit and just set and then dust that away. A lot of people think like, do I have to bake? And if you don't have the time to bake, like, don't bake it. You don't need it 100%. This powder is on another level. But if you don't have time to bake, or it's just not something you want to do in your routine, just because a lot of people do it, don't feel like you have to. It definitely is not necessary. I mean, if I know that I need my makeup to stay on all day and I want it to be like very airbrushed, yes, sometimes I will bake, but it's not 100% necessary. Like on my daily go to work life, I do not bake. I don't have time for that. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a couple more products. Oh gosh, I should have got all of this ready. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a couple products and I'll show you guys what I'm grabbing so you guys can see what it is. Is that all I want? No, I'm gonna grab this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I grabbed way more than I needed. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to set my bronzer. I didn't do a cream contour because I just don't really want to. So I'm going to actually rewind. Going to grab my setting powder. Okay, this. Okay, so the setting powder that I just recently got and have been loving is this, thanks to Nicole Guerrero. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush and just tap that all over. And that's why I said, if my Wet n Wild doesn't give me the fullest coverage, it's okay because I can add it with my powder. So I'm going to okay, that looks really, really nice. So definitely a little bit more sheer here, but honestly it still looks very natural. And then here we have a little bit more full cover. So if you want that really, really full cover, oh great, how long was that hair there? If you want that really full cover, like Instagram look, definitely go for the Smashbox. If you want more of that natural, everyday, very blendable, I would definitely go with the Wet n Wild. I like both of them, and I know that if I wanted to keep this but make it just a little bit thicker, I can add some pigment drops or whatever. But honestly, this formula, and for how inexpensive this is, I highly recommend it. The Smashbox, I'll have to do a check-in with you guys, because if I remember correctly, the reason why I didn't like it the last time was because as the day went on, people, I'm busy. As the day went on, it did a little bit of separating on me. So I will let you guys know down in the description box if it does that, so that you guys know just down the road. But anyway, yeah, there's that. So absolutely love this Makeup Forever setting powder slash, it is actually a foundation powder. I'm in the shade Y315 if you guys are curious. We're going to move on to bronzer. I'm trying to go pretty quick so that you guys can see that this actually is a pretty quick process. But I'm just taking more time because I'm explaining it. So I'm going to apply my contour. I'm using NYX Deep Tan. And I'm just using a nice angled brush. This I actually got in Vegas at their Walgreens, I think it was, or CVS. And this is by the brand, oh gosh, RK by Kiss. And I love this brush. It's such a good contour blush brush. A little bit around my hairline. Don't forget your hairline. If you have a really, really tiny forehead, just naturally, you probably don't want to do this as much. But I at least just do a little bit, just to give that balance of, you know, contoured cheek and a little bit of a sun-kissed forehead. Okay, so moving on. I think I told you guys this yesterday. I like a pretty bronze blush in general. I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm wearing and like what the season is. But for the most part, I like a pretty bronze blush. So I'm going to take this product. This is by Makeup Revolution in Vivid Baked Bronzer Rock On World, I believe is what it's called. You don't need very much of this. It is super pigmented. My mom and I actually got this on the same day. We got quite a few products. And we both were like, we love everything that we got. I've told blah, blah, blah. I've told you guys this in a previous video. It's just been a while, but I absolutely love this product. Just a little bit of blush. Well, actually, it's a lot of bit of blush. I love blush. I've always loved blush. I've actually looked back at some photos from when I was working at Sephora, and I had on so much blush, guys, that it was like 80s blush, and I was living my best life. Like 100%, I was feeling myself, I'm sure. Anyway, moving on to highlighter. This is the highlighter I told you guys about the other day. This is the Juvia's, I don't know how you say it, highlighter. Ooh. I mean, it just makes me want to sing, apparently. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I love this highlighter. So pretty. So if I was like 100% wanting my makeup to be perfect, I would definitely take my time, but guys, I'm going to Viva La living room, so I don't really care. Okay, so now to finish off, I'm probably going to do a little bit more to my eyes, but I don't know. Like I said, not really going anywhere. I'm going to do my final step. Guys, who is emailing me? Where's my spray? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to do my spray. Like I said, I'm pretty darn generous with this. There we go. Trying to be nice and pretty, and it's like, okay, so I am impressed. I really, really like both of these foundations. What do you guys think? So this is the Wet n Wild side. This is the Smashbox. And I like both of them. I don't have a lip on. Maybe I need a lipstick, huh? Let's see. I'm just going to put on this lipstick. I just got this the other day and I love it. It's just like a good all-around color. This is the Viva Glam 2 by MAC. And it's just one of those colors that you can just wear it by itself and it's really pretty on its own. So that was fun. I really am super impressed with the Wet n Wild. Honestly, this is going to probably be a go-to foundation for me for a while. The Smashbox is really nice too, but like I said, if I remember correctly, it did separate a little bit on me, so I'll keep you guys posted. And like I said, I'll list down in the description box, but that was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm excited. So hopefully you guys are having fun. Let me know what other videos you guys would like to see. I've been having a blast filming these for you guys. It's hard to set it up, especially when I'm doing it by myself, but it's fun and it's something to keep me busy. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see, let me know. I'm thinking I'm going to go live tomorrow, so let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget to subscribe, give these videos a thumbs up. And I always feel like I'm like a 5-year-old little boy when I do that. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. And like I said, stay safe, stay sanitized, stay sane, stop emailing me. No, I'm just kidding. I actually do need to get to work. So I will see you guys soon and enjoy. Bye.